Hello everybody, I am MsGryff, but feel free to call me Sarah. Today we are back in my forever world, and today I'm gonna turn my thing down real quick, just in case. Today I have a plan. I mentioned in the last part about building some churches inspired by the Norfolk churches, and we're gonna do that, but I'm going to get villager trading started. So what I did off camera is I went to that spruce village we found in the early stages, and I got all of the villagers because our villagers in there just are not breeding. I'm getting really unlucky with it, but we are going to be building 3 churches today, but each church is going to have a different priest, being these 3, and they're gonna have different books that they are in charge of. I should probably go get some books, actually, now that I think about it, because we're gonna need those to trade, aren't we? To trades in, that is. But the 3 books that we're gonna be getting is Efficiency, Fortune 3, and Unbreaking, all at their highest stats, hopefully. If it's I have to combine a book to get it, then I'll take it. But with that being said, I am gonna breed the cows because we need some more leather. Also off camera, I spent a lot of time getting resources for our building. So we're gonna be using mud brick, granite, and packed mud bricks, just packed mud in general, and some granite, like I said. So I'm excited for it, and the churches are also going to have stained glass because they're churches, and I feel like they should have importance. So the only building that we have with stained glass is our starter house, because it is an important kind of a monument to the world. So I thought having stained glass, or just glass in general, would be fitting, but most buildings and stuff in Foxwood here will not have glass, because glass is kind of expensive, and I'm gonna expensive to make, and I'm gonna say they don't spend frivolous money, because they are a worship-based society of the Harvest Goddess Ayala. And yeah, so churches is an important building, and I think richer owners, so maybe people who own the vineyard, could have glass as well in their house. My voice has gone, give me a sec. In their house. So that's kind of that plan. Let's see, do I have any trapdoors that are made? Let's see, let's look in the spruce overflow. No, we do not, but I'll take the slabs. I'm just gonna stick each villager in a little hole in the wall, and luckily I have the pick up villager mod, so that's good for me and my sanity. Okay, what are you? Reroll, look at the sea. Reroll, emerald, infinity, frostwalker. I forgot I had a reroll thing. Mending. Okay, we're not getting that quite yet, because that doesn't fit with Foxwood. Density, impaling. Fortune 2. I need my emeralds. Crap. Okay. let me go get those. You should take up a profession. Let me go grab my emeralds. Oh, I also have this zombie villager I trapped, so that's fun. Off camera, I went ahead and upgraded some of my armor because it's about to break. As you can see, these are about to break, but I upgraded my leggings, so I have protection 4 and breaking 3, And then I have protection 4, aqua infinity, and unbreaking 3 on my helmets. I also upgraded my sword, so we have smite 4, fire spec 2, looting 3, and unbreaking 3. So that's some good stuff. Fortune 2 for 30 emeralds. No, it doesn't seem worth it. I might regret that. Second edge. Fire aspect 2. Silk touch is not one where... Oh, this is such a good silk touch trade though. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the silk touch trade, even though that is not what I need. We have another mending. Oh my god. This is not what I'm wanting. But like, that's a really good mending trade. Oh my god. Okay. You two are gonna be put in a hole back here. How about you get a job? Thorns. Okay, I'm going to get a trade that I'm actually looking for. Okay, we have Unbreaking 2 for 21 emeralds. I'm gonna take it because I think that's a good trade. Like good enough for now, I think. But we got 2 unwanted trades is the only thing. But that is a really good mending trade. We have to admit it. Oh, kitty cat! Good thing I have some rock hot on me. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yay! We have a white kitty! Oh, that's exciting. So we have another kitty that we need to name. We have another animal that we need to name. So if you have any ideas, let me know. This kitty seems to like being in the wheat. So we'll have this kitty sit down by the front door next to Earl. Love that for us. Let's take this one of the villagers in here and turn it into a librarian. But the reason I want to get efficiency, fortune, and unbreaking is because I have those set as part as like harvest goddess like kind of domain. I have an entire document that kind of has a magic system for this world laid out. And I mean other like enchantments that are going to go with the harvest goddess is like infinity, power, whatever, like multi-shot, density, thorns. I think those all made sense to me at least. None of the potions associated with her, but we're going to be having a huge like training village for like weaponsmith, fletcher, armorsmith kind of thing. And I don't want, there's going to be like specific training where it's like there's a specific warrior that trains in like the harvest goddess like powers, one in Axel are like sea god, that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Get a job, grow up, get a job. See these distinguished gentlemen, don't you wish to join them? Oh, so good, so good. Efficiency 5. Okay, I'm gonna lock it in. Oh my god, that's so good. That is so good. Here, I'm just gonna buy a lot of these books so I can break them and get some XP and get some books. We need some emeralds, so let's go and trade some string. Just gonna fill up the inventory. Alright, my trading with 2 villagers got me 32 emeralds. So I'm gonna take one of these lecterns and do this in my house. This is one I actually saved from being a zombie villager, isn't it? Oh, shit, man. 1 mint. Fuck, I gotta take that. Don't know what we're gonna do with the other mending villager. You know what? We'll close those, place the lectern here, and that should be good. Fortune 3. Oh, I need. Oh, crap. Oh, ultra crap. I accidentally re-rolled. Fortune 3. Here we go. We have all the books that I wanted. Okay, we officially have all the villagers' trades and then some. It's now time to build the churches, which is exciting. Okay, up here next to our wheat field and our little water area and like this well, underground well, this is going to be home to one of the churches, and here are kind of the blocks that I have. I spent some time at the mud farm, basically, and this is going to be like smaller church, and we're going to build this one real time just because it is smaller. But I thought this was a good color palette to make it stand out from the rest of the wooden, but still go with it, you know, look nice. So I'm just gonna start this first layer out with mud bricks, layer some of them high. And now I'm gonna take the packed mud and fill out the rest. In this circle here, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in. No, actually, I won't fill it in. Yet. Do a third layer of some mud. Now I'm gonna take some granite. We're just gonna do a full layer of granite and then we'll kind of blend it in once we hop back down. This walkway here, I'm actually going to take it down some, like so. We're just gonna add some texturing, blending the granite in with the mud. Alright, I think that is a good height for the church. Alright, it's a good height for the church, but now we need to do the tower up higher. And we'll mix in some mud brick as well. Alright, let's hop into free cam and see how the height is. It can come up, I think, like 2 more blocks, 2, maybe 3. But this is a pretty good shell we've got going so far, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna do that, and then I also need to collect a bunch of bamboo for the roof. So that's what we'll do. Also, I was holding a stick and right click with Lightmatica, so that's why there's that there. Just to explain, I'm not using Lightmatica for this actually, so yeah, but this is kind of the vibe that we have going on for this small church so far. Alright everybody, the church is done. I went ahead and did the interior, so let's go ahead and go in. It is villager safe because this is where our, which villager are you? Our efficiency villager is held. So yeah, so we have this like little pew, or no, it's not pew, it's a, I put the lectern there basically, and then we have like a little seating and such, and decoration is like plants because, you know, harvest goddess, you know, you get the idea. So if you have any names for any of the villagers, definitely let me know in the comments below. I want to add some life into this world, and giving names to villagers is definitely part of that. But if we go straight through here, sorry bud, you can't come out. We are in the graveyard. So here, I thought this would be like a cute little like couples plot, was the thought, and then here's just some like separate one, and I thought like this could be a family plot, like maybe it is the priest's family kind of thing because it's smaller. But I have the podzol kind of going all over because part of the lore for Foxwood is that the harvest goddess has this special podzol here to where it can grow the bigger melons and bigger crops and basically give nutrients that way. So I also have a big mushroom built because I think in these like little mushroom patches, I think that's a good idea. At least in my head it's a good idea. So let's go ahead and grow one over here while we're here. I say we grow this one. There we go. That's a good height. Good height. I like it. But I went ahead and built the second church on our replay footage. So as I walk over there, I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you. Here it comes into view. And up here we have our second church. This one, I believe, is the Unbreaking Villager. So we have a nice little cozy entrance. This church is bigger, obviously. Yes, this is our Unbreaking Villager, and I thought the Unbreaking Villager here made sense because we are next to what will be the Copper Pass, like kind of outpost, and the Copper Pass is kind of going to be our mining industrial kind of area. And then I also put a bed in here for the villager, so that's this church done. I'm super happy with it. I don't know if I'm gonna put a graveyard in the back or not yet. We shall see. It depends on how much I build over here, basically. But our mine entrance and like Copper Pass is like literally will be right here, so we have that. So that's why I put the Unbreaking here, because I thought it made sense. I also installed a new Better Foliage texture pack, so that's exciting. We have some variations to the foliage, which I appreciate. So the flowers and the mushrooms here have a little more, not widespread, but a little more variety. That's the word I'm looking for. But we have more mushroom patches, so I will turn this one into a tree. There we go, perfect amount of bone meal. But yeah, we have one more plot for a church, and I have not decided if I'm gonna just do replay or not. Let's go over there. So we have an even bigger church here. This is kind of the main center of Foxwood, or it's going to be the most busy center. So we have the biggest church, and then we have I fell. Then where the stone is, we are gonna have our graveyard garden area, and I thought like a nice pond from this waterfall would be nice. And I'm gonna terraform the mountains around here some, just to make it look more stony with like a mossy and grassy top. I think that'll look good. At least I hope it'll look good. But that's kind of the vibe. I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna edit the video and then decide if I do a replay, so I guess you will see here in just a second. Okay, so I decided I just wanted to build without worrying about recording and everything, because you've already seen basically the basics of these churches. So I was just like, I'm just gonna vibe. So let me go ahead and show you the big old church. So there will be buildings and like fields and stuff leading up to it, so it's not gonna look so bare, obviously. But let's go ahead and go in. We had to villager proof it, because we have our fortune villager living over here. And the reason I wanted the fortune villager to live in this church is because this is where like trading and stuff happens, and I thought that made sense. But this is the biggest church, and something I did differently inside of here was I did support beams on the thatch roof, because that's kind of how it would be anyway. Realistically, there would be support beams like this. So I was like, why not do it instead of just completely cover the thatched roof? And I'm really happy with how it turned out. But we have just our seating area here. We have some pumpkins in the back, and we have this ladder leading up to a floor that's just not furnished or anything. I am gonna put a torch in here though, just in case. And I thought of building like a mini hospital like in here, like within the church, but I think I kind of want to build one just out and about, like a separate hospital that is close to the church. I don't know, it was just a thought. So if you have any ideas, you know, let me know. And something else that is different, we have a basement living quarters for our priest, for our fortune villager. I thought this was nice since it was a bigger church. Maybe he's like the main guy, kind of thing. And out to the right here, we have a graveyard that matches with one of the other churches. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. It's very lush. I quite like it. There's still some terraforming to be done and such, but I put in some custom trees, pumpkin patches, we got more graves. Yeah, I don't know, I'm super happy with how she turned out. I'm very happy with our churches all in all. Yeah, and that's all the stuff we're gonna do in this Forever World episode, whatever you want to call it. I am going to try and do more frequent Minecraft videos. They're just kind of time consuming, and I am in school, in university, and like it takes up some time. So I'm gonna try and be better about it, especially with how The Sims 4 is going currently. Doing more variety content is the best that I can do to kind of make up a stand. And I think, why are there so many zombies? Pushing more variety. Like more Stardew. Oh my gosh, so many freaking zombies. There's like 5 of them. 6, oh my gosh, so many. But just doing more variety content like I want to. Okay, now that the zombies taken care of, I can resume. I'm not gonna stop making Sims content just because it means the absolute world to me. It's my favorite game, or one of my favorite games, and I don't want to stop making content, because of some dickheads, pretty much. But with that, I'm just gonna leave it this part here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're having a good day and will continue to do so. Bye-bye now.